We have some rather breaking news out of France, apparently. So, Emmanuel Macron's Liberal MEP threatens to shut down X in Europe. Now, this is according to Bricks News on X, which I found a little bit funny. And I quote, if Elon Musk does not comply with the European rules on digital services, the EU Commission will ask the continental operators to block X or, in the most extreme case, force them to completely dismantle the platform in the territory of the Union. Basically as saying he wants to ban it in the EU. And it is very interesting that they would do this in the light of something that happened on X very recently. So I want to bring you this picture. This picture is of his wife on a holiday trip or something. I don't know, not quite know why this is taken right here. But what people are talking about on the platform X is the fact that it looks like she has a bulge or something in her private area. And it raises a lot of questions on X. And I believe this is one of the reasons that he actually wants it banned. The other reason I believe is the fact that he also wants it to shut down because of the fact that it is a free speech platform. He doesn't like free speech. We've seen that countless of times from Macron. Which brings me to this other article. This is from the European Conservative. I haven't actually read them before, but I believe this article is pretty decent. If Elon Musk does not comply or follow European laws, the EU will shut down X in Europe. An MEP for Emmanuel Macron's Renaissance Party has threatened. Sandro Gossi, who is Italian but elected as an MEP in France, made the threat in an interview with La Repubblica. The paper quotes him saying, and we already read this quote before, Italian Deputy Prime Minister Matteo Salvini condemned Gossi, calling his words another disturbing threat to free speech in Europe, and he is not wrong. Now, why would anyone want to silence a free speech platform? They could just ignore it if it is just a bunch of lies, right? They could just, not do anything about it. But if they're telling the truth and calling out their lies, now that is a threat to them, isn't it? It is. And that's why it is so important for them to shut it down. Citing, say, for example, inciting violence or too much racism or something. They will use any means necessary to just take it down completely. Silencing the voice of millions, and I quote, this is from Matteo Salvini, silencing the voice of millions of people in order to strike out those who think differently from them, unacceptable and disturbing, he says. The call comes after the European Commission distanced itself from Internal Markets Commissioner Thierry Breton, who last week threatened Musk over an interview with former US President Donald Trump. Breton told Musk that failing to moderate any content on X that may incite violence, hate, or racism, including in the context of elections, will face legal repercussions and the full use of the EU's toolbox. A Commission spokesman later said in the timing and the wording of the letter were neither coordinated nor agreed with the president nor with the other commissioners. They just want to get rid of X because they're speaking out on things that are very wrong in our societies. We have, say, for example, in the UK, Tom Robinson being prosecuted and people being thrown in jail. For example, I believe had enough of it or something like that. I don't know the exact handle on it. But I believe he is actually jailed for 3 years. He was a UK citizen speaking his mind on X, and he's now jailed for 3 years. I don't remember the exact Twitter handle, but I believe it was something like had enough of it or something. He was jailed for 3 years. We have many reports out of Ireland when it comes to this situation in Dublin, for example, with all of the tense cities and all that. If it wouldn't have X, I wouldn't know that was an actual problem in Dublin, in Ireland. That is why they want to shut it down, because people can actually speak their mind and say what needs to be said. The issues are growing bigger and they are growing more dangerous. I think I'll just leave it there. Leave a like, subscribe, and share this. It does really help me, and I'll see you tomorrow.